speaker. He is a professor at UC Berkeley and chairman of American Muslims for Palestine. So please give a very warm welcome to Professor Hatem Bazian.
Assalamu alaikum, London. Good afternoon. From the student encampments in Berkeley, Columbia, Harvard, and UCLA, to the liberated zones and encampment in Cambridge, UCL, SOAS, and Oxford, the student burst and exposed the cowardice, the silence of the university leadership, and the checkpoints in academia. All Gaza universities have been destroyed, yet the presidents, the chancellors, the leaders of universities are silent. All those who speak about decolonization are silent. All those who pretend to be liberal academics are silent. The students demonstrated and exposed the complicity of the university in the genocide. The student and activists here and across the world expose the complicity. Nay, the world has been engaged in the co-production of genocide in Gaza by Western governments and political elites. The students and the moral ethical leaders and activists demonstrated and covered in real time the complicity of mainstream media. The media, the BBC, the Sky News, the Foxes, the CNN, and let me say, the Piers Morgan of silencing questions to Palestinian activists. Piers Morgan, the colonialism handmaiden, ensuring to always center Israeli narrative and act as a propaganda arm of Israeli government and military machine. The students were on the right side of history. They were on the right side of history during the Vietnam War. They were on the right side of history in exposing and ending racism. They were on the right side of history in ending the apartheid South African regime. And today, the students are on the right side of history, and we will witness a free Palestine. Let me say, and I am aware that I'm speaking the heart and the center of the British Empire that commissioned the settler colonial project in Palestine. The genocide in Palestine was a warrant that was signed in 10 Downing Street, and Israel has been executing that warrant on the Palestinians since 1948. Let's be clear, Balfour and the Western anti-Semitism cannot be washed away by a river of Palestinian blood. Islamophobia, anti-Semitism are baked into the society, politics, culture, and epistemology of the Western society, and no amount of Palestinian blood will excuse you of the history and continual violation of Palestinians, of Arabs, of Muslims, of Black, of Latino, and everybody else. I'm going to ask for one more minute. In 1967, MLK spoke of the three evils of society: militarism, materialism, and racism. Now let me say, these three evils of society did not take a vacation. They did not go out to get a suntan in some island. They are here. They're running our government today. Militarism, materialism, and racism. Weapons for Israel for genocide are profits for the military-industrial complex. the AI, the Facebook, the Google, media companies, financial institutions are profiting from the genocide in Palestine. Now the media give the oxygen. They give the racist oxygen of false rights to continue their racism. They speak of defense of Western values and civilization as long as they express unquestionable support for Israel. You could see this in the election here. You could see it in the election in France. You could see it in the election in Austria. You could see it in the election of the Netherlands. As long as you sign into the three evils of society, you are included. Let me conclude with the following. Palestine will be free. It's a state of mind. Palestine is free and awaiting for us to actualize it. I can see Al-Aqsa Mosque, the sacred blessed held in Jerusalem. I can see the churches of the Holy Land. I see the church of the Holy Sepulchre. I see the church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. And I myself see myself walking in Al-Khalil markets, celebrating and visiting the Prophet Abraham Mosque. And I also can see myself celebrate a decolonized Jewish synagogues in Palestine. This is actually something that we need to hope and aspire. I see the promised land of freedom, liberty, dignity, and justice for all. Free Palestine is here. Free Palestine is here. Free Palestine is falling on you. The time for freedom now. The time to answer is now. The time for obedience now. The time to make a difference now. If you could imagine it, you could actualize it. If you could think it, you could make it. Begin to dream, begin to see, begin to hope. Palestine is free.